in the ancient
Really?
world. It's not a
You
thing.
don't think-
Jail is actually something that
You
doesn't
don't
really
think-
occur in most civilizations until like 400 or 500 years ago.
Sacrificing yourself.
Yeah, like you can have
Whatever.
prisons and people like thrown in a dungeon.
Well, then
But
in that
it's-
case, it's
yeah.
pretty fair.
Oh, the original comic.
Okay, fair enough.
Like maybe,
Yeah.
but if
The
they
original
kill someone,
copy of
they
Mona
could
Lisa will
do
be
the
destroyed.
death penalty. Depending
So
on
they would
Get
have.
out of here.
Okay.
The rich man
Yeah,
offers
they
you.
would.
Okay,
So
then
you're
I'll
saying-
pay nothing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that sounded pretty fair. Because they
Okay.
don't have jail.
And what about the
Okay,
other
I'll
punishments?
choose all
Like
these
if a
things.
son strikes their father, then they get their hand
What about
cut off.
Charles
What do we
Angelo
think about
Butler?
that?
Sleeping and won't feel pain.
It's not fair.
Or the lever.
Okay, so some of them.
Go after someone for no
Oh,
reason.
5 people who tied
and you
themselves
have
to
to
the
get the
track. Okay,
same
they
thing
want to
that
die.
you did
So
to them.
bam.
That's
Bye-bye.
okay. That's pretty fair. But if you,
The lever just
if the
speeds up
son
the trolley.
strikes their
Oh no, the
dad
trolley's heading towards 5 people
or
tie themselves
mother,
to
then
track.
that's
You
not fair because you're supposed to
But
teach
then-
them manners.
You idiots.
Okay,
Idiots.
all right, fair enough. Well, so you're saying some of the laws.
24.
Others,
Trolley's
not
heading
Do
towards
you
so
five
want
people.
Amazon
Absolutely.
package to be late?
Their mom and dad can
Do
discipline them and
Yeah,
manners. I mean,
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Amazon
So,
package
so
will be
the
late.
concern
Look.
with sons in the law is
Yeah,
that
but
at
the
a
Amazon
certain point,
package.
when a
I
son
did my
grows up,
video thing already.
they can get to be bigger and stronger than their parents, right? And so
No,
that's why
she
a
said
lot,
that
there's
as
a
long
lot
as you do the
addressing
Yeti
sons
thing,
and
then you don't have to
fathers,
go to the
because
class.
there's always a tense dynamic.
Yes, I
there,
understood what I was doing.
in any kind of community, society, family unit. In a happy, healthy family environment, that
Okay,
doesn't
well, I
become an issue.
understood what I was
The
doing.
law's in place for when things break down and things go bad. Okay, so yeah, good observation. Also, you brought up striking mothers. If you noticed, in that law, it didn't say anything about if a son strikes a
Listen,
mother.
the older you
I wanted to say, like if there is a law, it's like worse than like your father because like
It was a guide and
your mother was
instruct.
the one that created you. So if you like hit them, then you're disrespecting like essentially the person that brought you into this world. So you should like get punished like a lot more.
It's possible. It's possible.
Ah.
I actually don't know, but if anyone
Also,
wants
I
to find
think
it,
some of it is fair.
some of it is
like-
fair.
Yeah, like the if you do something to me, like I tell like the higher ups, and they will do something horrible to you. They'll do about the exact same thing that you did to me to you. Also, like why I know dungeons were like a thing then. And prisons weren't because somebody, I can't remember their name, just like said something about that. And I wanted to say that they honestly, if like there's no like prisons or anything, then like yeah, that's really fair. If there is like a prison that they can get put in, like I kind of then that's just not fair because like you can just throw them into a prison to rot, kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, prisons aren't something that pop up as a widespread use of criminal punishment until like within the past 300-400 years even.
Also,
And
the
yeah,
death
so
penalty's still a thing because I hear people say that it is, and
Some
people
places
say
it
that it's
is.
not.
some
Here?
places it is still. Here in the United States, yes, it is still a thing, but it varies from state to state. Each state has its own rules regarding the death penalty. Yes, other countries in the world, some countries like say Japan, still practice it. Other countries have outright banned it, like a lot of places in Europe. Okay, so it varies from place to place. But we're gonna pause you there, Ronnie. I'm gonna pause you there, Ronnie. I'm gonna pause you there, Gavin, because we're gonna call on Riley and then Gavin jumps in. Okay, go ahead. It's something that's more like in the past 1,500 to 2,000 years, maybe even 1,000 years or less. But it is something that they knew they could use. So yeah. The method of execution we're not going to get too much into, but it could be beheading, it could be hanging, it could be throwing rocks at someone or anything like that. So it varies from place to place, city to city. Could be drowning. So yeah, the method of death was different depending on where you were in history, and what city you were in. And also, it seems like under Hammurabi's code, however you killed somebody was probably how you were killed, right?
like if somebody was killed with a knife, then you'd be killed with a knife back.
Yeah. I mean,
Also,
that sounds like
Yeah.
it to me. Go ahead.
And kind of is fair because it, like I said, karma. If you do something to somebody, they can do it right back to you because why would somebody just let you do it to them without them doing it back to you? Like I don't. Um. Yeah. I guess so. If somebody cuts off your ear, right, like on purpose, and you cut
I
off
don't
their
know what
ear and
today's word
they sue you,
is.
or was suing a
I
thing
can
back then?
find out.
I don't think it was.
And
Um.
find it.
Yeah. No. No. Suing wasn't back then. If they like
Okay, so there's an F.
hang, let's say a guy
Doggy.
just grabbed a rope and hung a guy, could they hang him back right back to him for something that he did purposely?
Okay, so here's the point that yeah, so to answer your question, if you were to hurt me, I don't right away hurt you back. Okay? What Hammurabi's code does is it makes us go before a judge and go to the law. Okay? If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
just okay, awesome. Yeah. So just because you hurt me doesn't mean I get to hurt you back. If you hurt me, I go to the law and then the law gets involved and then you get hurt by somebody else back. Okay. Yeah. Good question, Riley. Very good question. All right, go ahead, Gavin. I know you've been waiting. Go ahead.
I think the method of treatment shouldn't, if it's like hitting, I think they should just be like hit back, not like just take a ear off. It's not really that. I don't think it's just that worth it. If you're gonna hit
Okay.
someone, at least make it for a reason. It can't be for no reason. You can't just say, "Oh, I wanted to," and make it for a reason.
Spoof.
So you're saying that some of the
What?
punishments seem to be a little bit excessive?
Yeah, but either way, I like brutal things, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Gavin. So yeah, and I think pretty much
Peanut
everybody
butter
seems to
symbol
have the
from the
same kind of
periodic
tone
table.
where it's like, hey, look, some of these are fair, some of these seem fair, but others not so much. Thank you for answering the pair deck as well, Micah and Spencer. Great answer in the pair deck. Very well done. Who would
Phase
you
the moon.
like?
Oh my god,
Yep,
bro.
yep. And thank you for bringing up that second chance. And people are divided on that second chance, but some people would say, "Hey, look, you need to give somebody a second chance if they are your son and they didn't break any of these other laws." So again, to answer an earlier question, if a son did something of great fault and has to be forgiven of it, well, if he strikes his father and he gets his hand cut off, like, and then the father has to keep him in the house. But if he does it again, he loses his other hand, and then he's allowed to be tossed out. If the son breaks somebody else's bone, then his bone is going to be broken, and he can't be kicked out of the house just yet. But if he does it a second time, that's when he can be kicked out. Okay, so to answer somebody's earlier question, like, what's the deal with how bad that fault is? Well, other laws then apply as well as the one protecting him from being thrown out. All right, we're going to wrap up here. In this lesson, you answer the essential question, how do historical documents help you understand ancient Mesopotamia? We learned how to apply historical analysis skills to Hammurabi's code. That is it for today, everybody. Thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for your contributions. Awesome discussion, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. What do you got, Riley? Go ahead.
Could the curve face the moon as a
See
mode?
you, Isa.
What I was gonna say is that couldn't they just like build some prisons and like
Bless
couldn't they
you.
build like
But I have
two
no
other
idea what
prisons
that
in the
was.
area that if somebody did something bad they could put them in prison?
They
Like,
could.
couldn't they do that?
They physically could. But the idea of prison
Where's the
is
freaking
that, at least in its original intention, actually it started here when it was most popular. It was very
curve face the
popularized
moon
or
as a
helped in
mode here?
popularity by Eastern State Penitentiary, if you've heard of it. And the entire idea was that you would take time, and I believe it was started by some Quakers. And the idea was that you would take time in religious contemplation to kind of to resolve yourself and become a better person and atone for your crimes. But that is a very modern idea. And so that kind of got adopted into the prison system that we have today. But in the ancient world, the idea of living in a closed space, having food given to you, and it just doesn't, like in the ancient world when food is already a struggle and money is already challenging to do, like it would be super expensive to house people in a place, feed them, take care of them, make sure that they didn't, rise up and try to start a revolt or something. It would be very expensive, and they just didn't quite think of it in that way. They didn't
What
quite.
if somebody did it again and didn't get caught for it? Like what happens if somebody didn't get caught?
Waiting gibbous.
Finally. This is Rome, right? Dude.